My flight leaves Thursday morning. So as of right now, our flight is still on time. Everything's okay, it says. So
You know
we'll
what?
see.
You know what's a good movie? Final Destination.
Mike is so mean.
It's a good
Mike, if I
movie.
die in that plane on
No.
Thursday, it's gonna be your fault.
No, it won't
And
because
you're gonna feel horrible.
well,
No, you
I
won't.
will. No, I won't because I still got your Cowboy Bebop series. So now I don't have to
Oh, well,
return
I
it.
bequeath them onto you then. I will will them to you.
But on the bad side, you'll probably will your cats to me too.
There, so you don't need to go
Ooh.
get one, right?
There you
Right. All right. Well, let's get this party started. Right.
Let's get this over with.
Let's get this party
This
started
party started.
quickly.
Right?
Right.
Right?
90s hip hop, R&B. Good times.
Feels so good.
All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Controller Throwers podcast. This is podcast episode 88 for Tuesday, January 29, 2019. What up, everybody? I am Mike. With me, as always, are my close personal friends, Mr. Kurt
Hello.
and Ms. Sherry.
Hi, guys.
Brian cannot be here today. He found out that one of our news reports is the NPD, so he's halfway to Colorado right now.
He's tired of winning. He wanted to give us a shot.
Yeah. Well, this is gonna be tough because I don't know anything, and like Sherry's. It's
Yeah.
not gonna be tough because Sherry's gonna be like this, and I'll be like, I just give up.
Just
Oh,
go
yours?
with Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Stop it.
So, don't worry, I'll make it quick and painless.
You say that every time.
And it never is.
Nope.
All right, Sherry, what's going on in the news?
Well, unfortunately, we're going to have to start the week off with some bad news.
What?
Yeah, I know. A couple days ago, Nintendo provided an update on the state of Metroid Prime 4. Via video, Executive Officer Shinya Takahashi admitted that the game hasn't reached the publisher's high standards, and the project has been rebooted. Additionally, Retro Studios, the developer that made the prior 3 Prime games, is now taking over development of the game. Takahashi said, "We have decided to re-examine the development structure and change it. This change will essentially mean restarting development from the beginning, so the completion of the game will be delayed from our initial internal plan. It will be a long road until the next time we will be able to update you on the development process, and development time will be extensive. However, we will continue developing the game so that when it is completed, it will stand shoulder to shoulder with the past Metroid Prime series titles." After the story posted, rumors started swirling that Nintendo would release the Metroid Prime trilogy for the Switch in order to give us some of Samus's adventures while we wait for Prime 4. Wow, that's devastating. I know a bunch of people were trying to pre-order this. Didn't it just come up as a pre-order?
It's been available as a pre-order since it was announced in 2017. Back in the old days.
What has Samus got to do to get a title out,
I
man?
know. What's a girl
Girl.
got to do?
Man.
So my question is there a threshold on like duration for your pre-order? Like you literally gave them money. What if for some reason this thing just meh?
You can always get your pre-order money back. You can
No, I
Yeah.
know, but it's just yeah.
Right. I know what you're saying.
But scrapping it and starting over from the beginning. I mean, at least they have the animations, right?
Yeah, that's kind of rough.
So
man.
I'm hoping that at least they have that, unless
Use
that's
some of
what
the
they're
assets.
talking about. If they sit there and turn around and said, "Nah, we're gonna scrap everything and restart," then they have to restart like literally from the beginning.
Yeah,
Not just story mode, but I'm talking like everything from the beginning.
yeah.
Oof.
I don't know. That's a good question. So like that brings up a good point. If all they're doing is reprogramming it and they've already got like the storyboard and the characters and a lot of the art down, that shouldn't be too bad, but that's still rebooting the entire thing. Oh, that's so heartbreaking.
Yeah.
I was so excited.
But
Everybody was so excited that Metroid was going to come out.
at the same time, if they're redrawing all the characters, sprites, whatever,
Sprites.
sprites, if they're redoing that, because they don't use sprites anymore, but if they're redoing that, could you imagine some of the original animation cells or whatever if they were out there
Mm-hmm.
and they completely rebooted and redid it all and those got leaked out to the public? Could you imagine how much money those would cost? They would be like, they would probably be, you probably couldn't even put a price tag on it. They'd be priceless.
Yeah. I got to do a quick shout out. Eversource, thank you for the follow. We appreciate it. Give you a call out.
Thank you.
Tanuki says it's not devastating. I know it's not devastating. Well, look, here's the thing. It's devastating that we're not getting it in 2019. I know at the end of the day it's for the best. It really is. If Nintendo says it's not up to our quality, then it's not up to their quality, and that's totally fine. It is what it is. It's devastating for the fact that I can't play it. Now, if they release Metroid Prime Trilogy, fantastic. I can live with that. I'm okay with that. It gives me something. But at the same time, there's so many other good titles coming out in 2019 for the Switch and for the PS4 and the Xbox that I'm okay with it. That's okay because Animal Crossing is gonna. That's all I have to say.
But,
Animal Crossing and
Samus.
I know, I'm gonna miss her too, but maybe it'll help push with development of another 2D Metroid game for the Switch, because they've got so many different development companies that are working on the Switch. Maybe they'll say, okay, we have to redo Metroid Prime 4. You people that have been working on this 2D Metroid, get jumping on it. What's up? What?
And before Red Dead Redemption 2 takes over Metroid.
For what?
Because you said the same exact thing about Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm okay if it's great and it's awesome when it comes out, even though it's like 2 years later and stuff like that.
I was
Mike plays it and then he's like, I don't like it.
I didn't like the logic. I don't like the fact that if I kill somebody in the middle of the swamp, that another person will just show up out of nowhere and witness the crime.
Oh my God! How did we get to Red Dead?
I just happened to be wandering around in the swamp, and
I agree. I agree with that aspect of it. But you were so hyped about Red Dead. You're like, oh, Red Dead, Red Dead, Red Dead.
Yeah.
And we're like, hey, let's play online. And you're like, meh. And I'm like, we waited like 2 years for this. You're just like,
that's not my fault. That's the game's fault.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're all sad. We're not getting, Samus in her Zero Suit just yet.
Ooh, I didn't even think about Zero Suit Samus.
Zero Suit Samus is where it's at, baby.
Yeah.
So,
now I'm even more upset, so I won't see Zero Suit.
Exactly.
But at least it's not Birthday Suit Samus.
Yes, that's the episode title. Birthday Suit Samus. Yeah.
You can see him jotting it down now.
Yep.
Yep.
Until we come up with a better title. All
right. Let's move on.
Okay.
Oh, I'm next.
Yeah.
We've been doing this.
Guys.
We've been doing this for 87 episodes, people. Apparently, Netflix is developing a Resident Evil TV series. This is according to a report from media outlet Deadline. Although there's no confirmed announcement for the series, there's no indication when it might premiere, but usually these reports are pretty spot on. So according to the report, Constantine Films, who made the Resident Evil movies, is also working on this new series. Details are pretty sparse, but supposedly the series will further expand upon the game's lore and deepen the mythology of the expanded Resident Evil universe. In the meantime, though, if you want some Resident Evil goodness, the Resident Evil 2 remake just released. And Resident Evil is not the only game getting attention from Hollywood. Supposedly, the buzz was so big surrounding the Detective Pikachu trailer that a sequel has already been greenlit.
Wow.
According to the Hollywood Reporter, Oren Uziel is writing the script for the sequel. Uziel worked on 22 Jump Street and the Cloverfield Paradox, as well as upcoming movies Men in Black International and Sonic the Hedgehog. Detective Pikachu hits theaters on May 10th, 2019. All right, so I'm going to... Hold on a second. All right. Oh, I'm standing on my soapbox right now, but that's not working.
Okay.
It's not working for the
That's a pretty
camera,
nice
so I'm going to...
soapbox you got there, Mike.
I'm gonna climb off of my soapbox for a second, but I'm still gonna let out a little rant here.
All right.
This is exactly what I wanted for Resident Evil, and this is also exactly what I didn't want for Resident Evil.
Ooh, explain.
When we talked, and I think it was earlier, I'll have to find the episode we talked about it, but before in one of our episodes, we talked about Resident Evil being rebooted. And I said, that's a great idea, but what needs to happen is Resident Evil needs to come to Netflix, because you cannot tell that story in an hour and 45-minute movie without losing a lot of really good information. You know, with all the, especially in Resident Evil 1, you know, with all the characters, Wesker and Jill and Chris and Barry and Rebecca, and, you know, there's just too much story to fit in one movie. What it needs to be an 8 to 10 season episode that's 45 minutes long each episode on Netflix. And each Resident Evil game needs to be its own season. Season 1 Resident Evil 1, Season 2 Resident Evil 2.
We did talk about this, yeah.
Yep.
So I was excited. I was very excited to hear that Resident Evil was being made into a television series on Netflix. Again, rumor, not 100% announced, but it looks like it is being. This is what I didn't want to hear. And this is why what I don't understand about Hollywood and why they just don't get video games. And this is the reason why. I'm going to quote this again, okay? According to the report, the series will further expand upon the game's lore and deepen the mythology of the Resident Evil universe. No! This is not what we want! We don't want another Alice story, although the first 2 Resident Evil movies were okay, but then the rest of them were just garbage. We don't need another Resident Evil where there's characters we don't know and love, there's plots we don't even know about. You've got a storyline in these games. You've got people that want to see the game on their television screen and see how well it transfers over. We don't care what you think about adding new stuff to it or making it more exciting. This is this problem with Hollywood where they're so full of themselves, they think they could take an established franchise and make it better when they just don't. See Ghostbusters reboot. And done.
Yeah.
Slow clap.
I agree with you. I agree.
I do too.
Yeah, because they're kind of doing the same thing with Sonic in a sense, you know, the whole Sonic movie, and that's why I'm kind of not interested in it, because instead of taking what we know and love from the video games, they're like, oh, well, let's make him a science experiment, you know, and that's how we're going, and it's like, what?
That's not what it was originally about.
No, you're destroying a beloved franchise by doing that. So yes, I 100% agree with you. Don't take your fresh ideas and stick them where the sun don't shine. You know, like just go with what you've got. It's already gold. That's what the fans want. You're right.
This is a perfect example of a newer generation trying to appeal to a newer generation, right? So, like, the generation who's probably making these movies is not the generation that has followed the franchise.
That grew up with Resident Evil?
Exactly. It's probably the generation that is like, oh yeah, I remember like my dad playing this game and it was amazing and so on and so forth. And I'm gonna reboot it and I'm gonna do this and we're gonna twist it and they're gonna try to appeal to a even younger generation. Which realistically, what they need to do to make money is just keep it the way it should. The original storyline. Keep it the original storyline. And the newer generation will watch it and they'll be like, wow, this is amazing. And then that's when the dads or the uncles or whatever can be like, you know what? We played that game as a kid. Let me show you this.
Yeah.
What about the moms? Huh? What about the moms?
Yeah. You bigot.
On,
sorry. The Sherrys and the moms and all
I was offended for a second there.
I'm sorry.
Let's go march. Let's march.
You can take it up with the HR department if you want. Fine.
I am the HR department of the controller throwers.
Oh, that's right. Get up yourself and figure it out.
Eversource says the show will be the same as the movies and films lost in translation and don't transfer from iconic Japanese to ridiculous American interpretation. I mean, yeah. I mean, even the cutscenes in the first Resident Evil game, I don't know if you remember, but they were so ridiculous, but they were, they were fun. It was unbelievably cheesy, like, because it was filmed, it was live action. Resident Evil 1 is a PlayStation 1 game when it came on the big long boxes, the cardboard long boxes, and they actually filmed actors to do the cutscenes in the game.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. So, but this now on the opposite side, Detective Pikachu looks awesome. And that was a game that I thought, or a movie that I thought was going to be terrible.
Yeah, I thought that was going to bomb, and I had no interest in it whatsoever. And then I saw the trailer, and I'm like, you know what? I probably will go see this.
Yeah. Even Kurt and Brian, we had them watch the trailer right before we recorded the episode.
Talked about it, yeah.
And there are two people. Brian had some Pokemon, Brian had some Pokemon experience. Kurt can't draw Butterfree to save his life. But it's but
did you just say like Buttertree?
Butterfree.
Butterfree.
Oh, Butterfree.
But now that you're talking about Buttertrees, that'd be awesome.
That's fine. Just a tree with butter sticks hanging down.
I was just thinking an entire tree made out of butter.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
Kurt and Ben's new Pokemon.
There we go. Buttertree, go.
Yes.
It's super delicious. It's now that looks good because you know why? They're sticking with the formula. They even used Pikachu's voice actor when playing.
Oh, really?
Well, when they, of course,
when
obviously,
they do his,
when they do the Pikachu sounds, but it's all like it's all the same. So I don't know.
Pika.
It's visually, sarcastic Pikachu. Yeah, I know it's a different kind of Pikachu. It's not the Pikachu that we're used to.
Right.
It's not the same Pikachu. We have to kind of separate that because it's different Pokemon have different personalities and stuff.
We're not saying it's an Oscar award winner or anything, but our interest is peaked.
No, we are. We are.
So
it looks better than I thought it was going to be, and I'll actually say, I'll go see it, before. No.
So, all right, I need to calm myself down. But anyways, Resident Evil possibly coming to Netflix. Please don't mess this up. Please don't mess this up. It's not that hard to mess. It's not that you've got a structure. Just copy it.
Follow the recipe.
Yeah.
Pretty much. If something was a success,
right.
Why change the success, right? Exactly. Well, it looks like we'll be seeing more of the art style that helped make the Switch Octopath Traveler such a hit. Square-Enix has trademarked the term HD 2D in Europe. Square-Enix has used this term since they first announced Octopath Traveler to describe the art style. For those that are unaware, the game makes 16-bit sprites art with 3D environments for an interesting effect. Trademarking the term could mean the company is planning to use the technique again, either in a sequel to Octopath or some other project altogether, which would be kind of cool. Square Enix has not announced a sequel to the popular game, but this is definitely a clue that this could be one in the works.
Ooh.
Mike's excited.
I'm excited.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, I love Octopath. Oh, it is so good. I love the music.
Yeah.
I love the art style.
Yeah.
I love the lighting.
You
Like
love
when
the
you-
things.
I love all the stuff. When you use the magic in the game, and it's just like how everything reflects. It's just such a well done game artistically, and I think, and if I'm not mistaken, it did pretty well, and I think it did well enough for them to warrant making a sequel to it. So I don't know. They might use this art style with a new Bravely Default game. I think. I'm not sure.
Could be. Square-Enix does the very popular franchise of Final Fantasy too, so they could bring it into that realm. Who knows?
Yeah.
Bring
So,
it to all the realms.
Yeah.
All their IPs they could bring it to. I mean,
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is exciting. Well, obviously here's the thing though, is that it's going to take a long time before we see another one.
Sure.
The Octopath came out in July, this past July.
Yeah, it was recent.
So,
how long in development was it before it released? Do we know?
I would imagine. Well, you know what? I think it was one of their side teams that did it too. Like, I don't think
Really?
it was like Square Enix's direct team. They're like, they threw this to their B
Their B team.
Yeah, and the B team knocked it out of the park. So I don't know if it's obviously it would take a lot less time because they're just gonna they could just reuse the same assets. But
So B team became A team.
B team is
basically
now
what
A
you're
team.
saying.
But I would imagine usually with game sequels, depending on when they started, usually there's about 2 years in between game sequels, depending on the game. Like with for example, Call of Duty, there's one every year because they have 2 different development teams working on
the same game.
the same game. Man,
Over and over again.
yeah, that's
But don't tell anyone. It's a secret.
No, yeah.
so. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I'm just glad that they got good enough reception on this art style that they're using it for a lot more.
Sure.
LOL, very true. Yes, indeed. So, all right. Well, now it's time for us to play my favorite game in the whole wide world.
And we all cringe.
It's too bad that
Well,
Brian's
except
not
for
here.
Mike.
Yeah.
It's a
Brian-
face-off to the death between
That's right.
Kurt and Sherry because the reigning champion is absent.
That's right. So it's time for us to play the NPD game.
Oh, yeah.
For those of you who are not aware, the NPD game is where we take the top 10 games for the previous month, and Kurt and Sherry try to guess what games are on the list and what place they came in. They get points, and the points they could trade it in for tickets, and with the tickets they can get like those little cool spider rings that you put on it, and some airheads.
We all love
And
those.
Mike's love and admiration.
And my love and admiration. So, Tanuki's absolutely right. So, a little bit different this time. Not only are we going to do December, but I also have the top 10 games of all of 2018.
Okay, so I think. Hold on, wait. I'm gonna make an executive decision as the vice president of the controller throwers because Mike's the president. I'm the vice president.
I didn't know a dictatorship had a vice president.
Yeah. Well, we just made it up just now. So I think I think we should just do all of 2018.
Well, here's what my plan was going to be. I was going to say, all right, tell me what you think is on the list, and if you think it's also on the list for 2018. So, like, for example, you would say...
Yeah, we could do that.
You would say Kid Icarus, I think it's in 8th place for December, and I think it's in 9th place for 2018.
Oh, we need to pick the place for for all of 2018.
Yeah.
See, did you see that? Did you see what Sherry just did? I don't know if you guys can see. That's
no.
Where are
the
you
other way.
people on the
No,
internet?
other way.
Yeah.
Top left, Kurt.
Yeah,
Top left.
yeah.
There you go.
Oh,
Wherever she is,
boy.
did you see the sigh that she did?
Yeah.
woman's
I actually
sigh.
saw the sigh. I saw like part of her soul
You saw
escape.
it, yes.
You
As she-
saw it just escape. She's like,
Yeah.
All right,
Well,
Kurt.
whatever Mike wants to do is fine.
What game would you say is on the list?
Well, hold on. Sherry and I, since like the reigning champions is not here anymore, I think Sherry and I should paper, rock, scissors for whoever goes first.
You go first. There, done.
Actually, you know what? Let me do this. I'll
I
make
don't know how to play that game.
God, I was
okay?
like trying to do like content or something, but okay.
No, you go first because I gotta think.
I'll make this easy for you.
I know what I'm
What?
doing.
I'll make this easy for you. Okay.
Okay.
Every
Alright.
single game on both lists, except for one game, is a sequel or a game in an established franchise.
You're an established franchise.
I am an established franchise, and don't you forget it.
Oh, Mike. Oh God.
I'll let Kurt go first because he's usually comes dead last. No offense.
Well, of course I do because I just have you. All right. Have you met
Go
this
ahead.
guy?
Go ahead. Go. Go, Kurt.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna take obvious.
No. You're gonna say what?
Obvious? What game is that?
I'm
What's the
gonna take the
obvious?
obvious one, and I'm gonna go with Red Dead Redemption 2.
Okay.
Okay. For December, and I'm gonna go with I want to say first place. What the heck? I usually take 8th, but I'm taking first this time. Just
Is that for
Because-
December or 2018 or both?
December.
Okay.
For 2018, I'll take 8th.
Okay. So Red Dead Redemption is on the list, but it is not in first place for December, and it is not in 8th place for 2018. So you get 1 point.
And
Kurt's on the board.
I'm a complete failure because of
All
only
right. So
one.
there you go. You're not. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
All right, Sherry.
God, for the love of God, I'm trying to remember what was first last month. And
You guys
I
make me
know that
sick.
it's like
You two make me sick. Make me
the
sick.
fact that I can't. Oh!
You make me sick.
Smash.
What
Smash.
place?
Oh.
I'm gonna have to do a lot of
First.
first for December.
Sure.
What
no.
about
Yes. No. Yes.
3 seconds.
Yeah, it came out on the 7th.
Okay. And what about 2018?
Oh. Third.
Okay. So Smash is number 1 for December.
Woo!
Nice. So yes.
I helped her out. I was nodding like yes. So I should get half. I should get half a point for that.
Okay. I'll give you half a point. No, I'll give you half a point. What the hell? Why not? So
I'm gonna lose
Smash.
anyway. So who cares?
Smash was the best-selling game of December. It was not number 3 for 2018. All right, Kurt, back to you. Remember, everything is either a sequel or a game in an established franchise.
I'm gonna say Grand Theft Auto 5,
Okay.
obviously, and I'm going to do 8 and 8.
Okay. I'm glad Kurt came up with this game because I want to see the look on his face when I tell him that Grand Theft Auto is not in the top 10 on either list.
Really?
What?
That's the look. That's the look. That's what I was waiting for.
Wait, on either one? Grand Theft Auto was in the top runnings, except for 2 months.
For the past 70 years.
No.
Yeah, entire 2018 was Grand Theft Auto. It was on the list.
No.
Wow.
That's redonkulous.
Not
Okay,
gonna do it.
I demand a recount. No. Somebody's involved.
Somebody
in this.
call
This
Al
is-
Gore. All right, Sherry,
Okay.
back to you.
Wow.
All right.
This entire world just
2018,
came
December
crashing down around
2018.
him.
God, this should be easier. Oh boy. Let's Fallout 76. I say that very
I'll just throw this out there. Fallout 76 is not on either list. You should know
yeah.
better than that.
Well, I'm thinking of what did people get for Christmas, and I'm just trying to think of.
Yeah, but you're also
games
not
that-
you're also not taking consideration that many people returned Fallout 76.
I know. That's why I said it with
Except for
such
me.
reluctance.
Except for me.
I still
right.
have it. I haven't opened it yet, but I still have it.
I'm gonna buy it just so I can play with you guys.
Yeah.
We'll just wait until it's like $5.
Yeah, just wait till it's free to play. All right, Kurt, what do you think?
Okay, Forza. 4, the newer one. I'm gonna say in December it's number 8, and it is not on the list for 2018.
Okay, well, you're right on one of them. It's not on the list for either, so I'm going to give you a point for that.
Oh.
I'll give
We
you an
get
A for
a point
effort.
for being wrong.
Yeah,
Awesome.
thank you for being generous. That's amazing.
He was right that it wasn't on the list.
Okay, so can we just name games that aren't on the list then, and
Uh,
say that
What?
I know what's not on the list?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say like Gauntlet 2 for the
I'm gonna-
NES.
I'm going to guess Diddy Kong Racing.
Yes. Okay, December. Call of Duty.
Okay.
And we're going to go with number 2 for December.
And 2018?
Sure.
What?
Yeah, that is 2 for
Yeah.
2018.
Oh,
It's
2
on
for
there.
both?
I don't know
Okay.
place it is.
2 for
Yeah,
both?
maybe second.
Okay.
And
Congratulations,
James
Sherry. You just earned yourself 4 points by getting a perfect score. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 came out in
Wow.
December at second place and was second place for 2018. So, way to pull ahead.
Wait, there's no winning from here.
Uh,
So I just like forfeit because
That is the best score I'm ever going to have. Can I just quit while I'm ahead?
why is Brian not here?
yeah, she could do that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
God, I don't even
Wow.
know. Because I tried going to the sports game, but I guess
We'll
that didn't
go.
work.
We'll go one more round, and then I'll name off the winners, or I'll name off the rest of them.
Okay.
You're a winner.
I am. A winner. Don't you forget it.
Come on, Kurt. Pick a
I'm
game.
trying to think. NBA 2018. I want to say 8th place and 8th place. I don't know.
Okay. So.
And I'm sorry. No, I want to do MLB The Show. 8th and 8th.
Okay. So MLB The Show is not on either list.
Okay, well that's good. Yay!
Yay!
I don't.
Kurt's got a perfect score too.
Yay! That's usually what
my
happens, though. I
God.
usually get the
Oh,
score of
God.
like nothing and nothing.
Yeah.
All right.
Last guess.
We're going to go with Spooderman.
Okay.
And we're going to put it, I don't know, in the middle. Let's go 5th for December.
Okay. And 2018.
And for 2018, maybe 3rd place.
Okay. So Spooderman is on both lists, but it's not in either
Either
of those
place.
places. Yeah.
Yeah, but you get like a half a point for each, so you get a full
Yeah.
point.
Good job. Yeah. You
Yeah.
win, Sherry.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
obviously.
You won this round. Don't worry,
I
Kurt.
win
We'll
by
get 'em.
default because Brian's not here.
Yeah. All right, so let me go through the NPD top 10 for December. Number 1, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Number 2, Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Number 3, Red Dead Redemption 2. Number 4, Battlefield 5. Number 5, NBA 2K19. Number 6, Mario Kart 8.
Oh my God.
God, that was like stupid. We should have done that. Okay.
The fact that that's still on the list bothers me a little bit. I don't know why, but it really irks me.
It's a party game. You know how many college students there are? Or there
I
are?
know. And I love Mario
It's a
Kart,
party
but the
game.
fact that it's still on the list when it came out a system generation ago, that's what bothers me about it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah.
that's all right.
My
We all
rant
get a
is over.
soapbox. Kurt, now
Yes.
just pass off the soapbox to Kurt, and he'll.
Yeah.
Number 7, Madden NFL 19.
That was the next one I was going to say.
Number 8, Super Mario Party.
No.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Number
Okay.
9, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu.
Oh.
I forgot the Pokemons.
Yep.
And number 10, Spider-Man.
Wow.
Wow.
And for 2018, number 1, Red Dead Redemption 2.
Wow.
Yep. Number
And
2.
it ended up number 2. Oh no, it was number 1 for. December,
No,
right?
Smash. It was number
No,
3 for
Smash.
December.
It was number 3.
Oh,
But
it was
overall
all
for
those-
2018, I'm not surprised about
It was
that.
all those day one sales.
Yeah.
Number 2, Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Number
Mhm.
3, NBA 2K19. Number 4.
Number 3, really?
Yep.
Wow.
Number 4, Madden 19.
Okay.
Number 5, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Let that sink in. A game that came out December
Wow.
9th, December 7th, was the
7th.
5th best-selling game of all of 2018.
It's a lot of copies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 6, Spider-Man.
Okay.
Number 7, Far Cry 5.
Really?
Number 8, Boy.
Boy.
Yes.
God of War, number 8.
God of War, yeah, for anyone that doesn't know.
Number 9, Monster Hunter World.
Oh, nice.
And number 10, Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Wow.
I bought that.
That's probably your
I
fault.
contributed to those sales.
But Kurt,
How
I
does
did.
that make you feel?
Warm and fuzzy.
I
Okay.
did, Kurt. I did research it. Grand Theft Auto 5 was number 11.
Nice.
Man. Yeah, but still, I still can't believe that it was like that far off.
Yeah.
Yeah, me neither. I thought for sure it was in the top 10.
I thought so too.
Yep.
Man.
Because it was always hovering on like number 5. Like there was some months it was like number 2 and 3.
Yeah,
and
where it
stuff.
came back. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, where did this come from?
Insanity.
Yep.
That's
All right, so
weird.
So that's our news for the week. Sherry, what games are coming out this week?
Well, we've got Genesis Alpha 1 for the PC, PS4, and Xbox One. The Council Complete Edition for PS4 and Xbox One. Mages of Mistralia for the Switch. Drowning, PS4 and the Switch. Dragon Marked for Death for the Switch. Warbital for the Switch, PC, PS4, and Xbox One, and Wargroove for the Switch.
Anything interesting?
Well, I got a thing for dragons, so I kind of want to look at this Dragon Marked for Death.
It's Dragon Mark for Death is a game that I want to get too. It's a side scroller, so it's a 2D game. It's RPG elements, and it's got also like a beat 'em up.
Okay.
But it's not like Streets of Rage where you move like up and down the plane, like that Z-axis or whatever. But it looks very interesting. I've been looking forward to this one for a while. I don't remember seeing any dragons in it though.
That's very misleading.
It's like almond joy. I get no joy from these almonds. I'm gonna sue Mars. Mages of Mistralia, our friend Roger from Gamerheads Podcast has been streaming that game, and that looks like that looks pretty fun. It's a top-down action game where you actually create your own spells using a like a honeycomb type setup where you can put different stuff. And so he discovered a really cool fire and ice. Like it blasts a thing of ice from his wand and also blasts a thing of fire. So he named it Icy Hot.
Nice.
I love it.
So
That's awesome.
So I've been watching him stream it. That game looks pretty fun. I'm looking forward to Wargroove. And here's why, is that Wargroove looks like an Advanced Wars clone. I don't know if you ever played Advanced Wars on the Game Boy Advance.
Oh.
Great game. It's a tactical RPG where you have different you have infantry, you have tanks, airplanes, stuff like that, and your board is here and their board is here, and you move your guys and they attack. Kind of like chess almost, but and in this one you can in Wargroove you can kind of create your own scenarios, create your own levels, things like that. So a lot of people are looking forward to Wargroove. But other than that, typical slow post-holiday releases.
Yeah.
Kurt, how about you? Anything?
I will second the slow post-holiday releases. And nothing really piques my interest because I haven't really seen too much hype from them. So maybe I'll just double back and maybe I'll watch Gamerheads play Mages of Australia or something like that, and see if I can get into it. But yeah, nothing really like stands out and pops out for me.
All right. Not a problem. Yeah. All right. Good. So thank you very much, Sherry.
Oh, of course.
All right. So now it's time for our retrospective. For those of you who do not know, the retrospective is the time of the show when one of the controller throwers has a game that is picked from the Wheel of Fate. And it's a retro game, meaning the game is 15 years old or older. And that person's responsibility is to research the game, learn everything they can about it. If they have the opportunity to play it, play the game, come back to next week's show and tell us all about the fun you had while researching that game. So this week, Kurt, you were given the immensely popular and game that everybody knows, the Dreadnaught Factor for the Intellivision.
Yeah,
I'm sure
you already saw. Wait, hold on. You already saw Sherry yawn. If you're watching,
It's my bedtime.
so let's kind of jump right in this, right? So it was published by Activision, released in 1983. It was actually on, believe it or not, like 3 different platforms. I don't know why. It was actually it was on Intellivision, it was on Atari 5200, and it was on the Atari 8-bit system.
Oh.
So it's an action top-down 2D side-scrolling arcade shooter with a sci-fi futuristic feel to it. Okay, so basically what it is that it's called the Dreadnaught Factor. So the Zorban Dreadnoughts are spaceships that are 140,000 feet long and weigh about 970 megatons, making it the largest, most heaviest armored spaceships ever created.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let that sink in for you. Okay? A fleet of these large battlecrafts are now heading towards your home planet, and it's your job to stop them. So the game is played from a side-scrolling overhead point of view as you are a small but agile ship flies through and past the dreadnoughts. On each pass your spaceship makes, you need to try to bomb as many of these like energy vents as possible. And once all the energy vents on the Dreadnought are destroyed, the Dreadnought will explode. And yay! Happy 10 for all. Time is limited, though, and if you make too many passes to destroy the energy vents, the Dreadnoughts will be basically within firing range of your home planet, and it'll destroy it, and, everybody will be sad. Boo.
They'll be dead.
Yeah. Each of the Dreadnoughts are heavily armed with guns, cannons, missiles, and other weapons that are located on each of the Dreadnoughts and will be trying their best to end your mission, which is to kill the Dreadnought, obviously. Multiple skill levels were included, which will alter the number of Dreadnoughts you must destroy as long as the speed and firing capabilities. So, let's get into, did you play it?
Yeah.
Yes, I did try to.
Dedication.
I did try to play it. I did actually play it. Failed miserably. It was the hardest game I've ever played, and I don't know if it was like stuck in washer and and I tried and it just did not quite work for me. So like for me, like as much as like it's gotten like pretty good reviews, like the critic reviews like back in like the 80s, like they were like, hey man, I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 4, and I'm gonna give it like an 8 out of 10, and I'm gonna like, oh my god, I'm gonna give it like 4 stars out of 6, which is the weirdest scale I've ever heard.
Right? Yeah.
But I have to side with one company that gave it actually a D-. And I think the reason why is because it was so hard to actually control my vessel. And like I said, it could be because it's just me. I'm just, an old fart trying to play a game. So, I don't know. I really didn't have too much of like, oh, this is a cool old retro game. I think I have better luck in Asteroids than I do with this because when I played it, they came in so quick. I literally was able to get like maybe 2 little cannons in, and I was destroyed. And I'm like, well, where did that come from? So it was like really difficult for me. So here's the cool thing. Activision obviously has always had like incentives and stuff like that. So they also had a high score reward with their game. So like many of the early Activision games, you could actually earn a patch, like an actual.
Oh, this was a patch game.
This was a patch game, so you could actually get like a tangible patch. So that was kind of cool. So if you destroy the entire Dreadnaught fleet on level 4 or above, and you sent in a photo of the screen to Activision, you would actually receive an Activision Dreadnought Destroyer patch. So
Awesome.
I mean that was kind of cool, So I mean it was a patch game. So that was a nice little thing that I found out about it. I was like, oh, that's cool, that this game was included in it. But
yeah,
I mean oh my god, for me it was just way too hard, and I don't know if it was just like I said, stuck in washer, don't understand type thing. Instructions unclear.
Well, cool. So Sherry, you were a big fan of this game. That's probably since why you added it to the retrospective
I grew up
wheel.
playing it. Yeah. So
She
the one.
probably give more insight than me.
Well, no, I mean you did great.
Yeah.
But I grew up playing this game on the Intellivision, and it looks slightly different than what Mike is showing right now.
I think that's the Atari version.
That's the Atari version.
I was gonna say this looks awesome.
But I think also you really need to play it on the actual old school system on the controller because it probably would have been a lot easier. I feel like with the disc and the shooting buttons, and then you're also able to select difficulty and stuff like that. But think about for its time, I mean, it was a pretty good game, and these games, all these old games are hard. They're all hard. Show me an old game that's easy. You know what I mean? Like that's what I loved about the games, though, that they were simple.
Ghosts and Goblins.
Yet hard.
Frogger was simple.
Dude, Frogger got hard
Yeah,
eventually.
okay.
You kept getting.
Wait a second. Hold on. What was it called? The Activision game with the chicken that crossed the road.
Freeway.
That game was amazing.
That was a great game.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not a good game. I'm saying that, tell me a game from this era that wasn't hard. They're all pretty hard, but that's what I loved about them. I don't know. It's something I grew up with. We enjoyed it.
Well, that's cool. Did you ever get the patch?
No, we didn't get the patch for this one.
Oh.
It's only 4 levels. Come on.
Yeah, Sherry, step your game up.
All right, we'll have to work on it jointly then, okay? I'll have to have you guys over, and we'll all work towards the patch. Activision, it's 2019. Can you honor this?
This patch, please.
Yes, we just want the patch.
Dreadnaught Factor is not going to be on the new Intellivision, right?
I don't know.
I'm looking through a list and I don't see it. Well, let's get Tommy Tellerico on the line.
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah. It could be.
Yeah. All right. Excellent. So, thank you very much, Kurt and Sherry, for sharing your experiences with this amazing game. So, now it's time to spin the wheel for Brian. Because just because he ain't here today, I'm not going to let him get out of this.
Watch him get a really good one.
You think I'm going to allow that? So...
we'll spin it again.
Yeah.
He won't know.
Let me share my screen with you guys. So, there's actually something I would like to announce, and I kept this a secret from you guys. And I would like to tell you something
scared of Mike's secrets.
Yes, Mike has the best secrets. I would like to give a call out to Killjoy376. You can find on Twitter at Killjoy376. We got a comment on our last episode.
Oh.
Saying Killjoy376 is a big fan of a retro game called Mylan's Secret Castle. And said, we should add that to the retrospective wheel. So guess what? I have added Mylan's Secret Castle to the retrospective wheel. So
nice.
Thank you very much, Killjoy376, for the recommendation. If anybody else wants to see a retro game on the wheel, shoot us a tweet at TCThrowers or throw us an email. We'll give it all at the end of the show. But I went ahead and added your game to the wheel. So thank you very much.
Very cool. Thank you.
All right, so for Brian's game, let's go ahead and give the wheel a big spin. All right, everybody can see it. No problem with OBS. Everybody can see it. Okay.
Everybody sees it.
Awesome. And I just lost it. Hold on. There it is. All right, here we go. We're going to spin the wheel.
Whee.
And there it goes. And if you're listening to the show, this is the most boring part of the show while we wait for the wheel to stop. And Brian's game is
a big spin.
Oh, Gunstar Heroes. That is a good pick.
Is it?
I've
never played.
It's a Sega game. It's a Genesis game, kind of like a run and gun, like Contra.
Nice. Well, you know what?
Okay.
I'll be eager to see what Brian has to say about it because I've never played it.
Me neither.
It's available on the Sega Sega Collection for the PS4 and the Switch and the Xbox One. The Sega Genesis Collection.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's a good pick. Hooray! Okay.
Yay.
All right.
Stuff.
Yep. All right, so things. All right, so let's get into what we're playing. Who would like to go first?
Me.
Okay. Oh, is it nothing again?
Yeah.
You're always so excited to say that you're not playing anything.
I don't know what's wrong with me these past 2 weeks, but I haven't played a darn thing, and I'm ashamed.
Not even on your phone?
Not even what?
Not even on your phone or anything?
No, I don't have anything on my phone anymore.
Pokemon Go!
I don't know. I mean, I go to work, I take care of people, and then I go to bed at 8:30.
You work at a Starbucks. You are literally at a Pokestop for...
I don't play Pokemon Go anymore.
But I want that shiny Magikarp.
No, you can't have it. I'm saving that for the game.
I'm really, really surprised you have not picked up anything.
I know.
Well,
you know what? I was thinking about playing Red Dead the other day. I thought about it.
Oh, well, that counts.
Does that count? I thought about it.
Okay, so
there you go, Sherry. Played Regalia Lost.
Thought about picking up.
I thought about playing a game this week.
There you go.
God,
that's okay. I think I played enough.
Streams. Does that count?
Streams, yeah.
I'm living vicariously through the people that are streaming. So.
What did you watch? What games did you watch? Was it just Minecraft?
Undertale.
Oh yeah, God, we don't need to talk about that. Moving on.
Mike, I really, truly, honestly think you should give the game another shot because I have been watching this one chick on Twitch stream it, and now I'm kind of like, oh wow, I don't know, man. I think we got started on the wrong foot with the game. I think we should apologize. I think maybe we should try it again.
We should apologize. This is what I'm hearing, Sherry. This is what I'm hearing. Hey, Mike, I know you hated Undertale, but you should play it again.
It seems like she seemed to figure out that there was a trick to the whole game. And I think that if you had gone into the game or if you go into the game knowing this, maybe it's more enjoyable. I don't know. Because before it was kind of like, well, what am I supposed to do? And what do I, we were both kind of lost, and yeah, so that's all I'm going to say about that. I think maybe you should revisit it.
No.
I tried. That's all
okay.
Right.
Sorry. You're all good,
that's
though.
fine. I didn't play anything. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Kurt, how about you?
I'm close to Sherry, but not as much. I played the Dreadnaught Factor.
Okay.
5 minutes.
For
That's
5
about
minutes.
all I can handle so far.
Okay.
5 minutes, yeah, very good. After that, I played Minecraft. Really, like, honestly, every day I came home from work, I wanted to sit down and I wanted to play a multiplayer game, but, like, every time I kind of, like, on Messenger said, hey, what is everybody up to? It's like, meh, meh, meh,
Yeah.
meh. And I'm just like, okay, I guess I'm not playing games with friends tonight.
Aww.
We're gonna.
So,
Well, you should say, hey, do you want to play insert game here? And I'd be
I
like,
love that game.
Kurt, I would love to play insert game here.
no, because Sherry would be, okay. Everybody who's listening, that's not how it goes.
Oh, please.
Let's play reality here.
Ooh, I love that game
Kurt
too.
says, hey,
Kurt
let's
loves those
play insert game here. And Sherry goes, I'm so tired.
I'm sleepy.
Bedtime, 7 o'clock, insert game here.
7
Not
o'clock?
gonna happen tonight. And I'm just like, oh, okay. I'll just go in my corner and play Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Modded
okay, because
Minecraft.
I played more games than both of you
Oh, I
combined.
did. Yeah, I actually did play modded Minecraft, which is
Yeah.
like out of the realm because usually I'm like all about the vanilla stuff, but I just got into this modded Minecraft pack, which is the it's called, what is it called? Stone Block or Stone? Yeah, instead of Skyblock, it's Stone Block. So instead of being like perched on an island, you're actually like in this little cave. And that's it. So yeah, you start out in a cave instead of on an island with a tree. And everything you do, you have to do within this cave. So it's like a really cool twist. In order to get ores, like the whole world is nothing but stone. That's it. It's stone. Okay?
That would aggravate me, I think.
So in order to get ores, you actually have to dig up, and I actually laddered my way up, but you have to dig up and ladder your way up all the way to like level 256 or whatever. Once you get to that, it's actually bedrock above you, but if you step one step higher, it actually teleports you instead of like into a nether or into like the end. It actually teleports you to a mining world, which has stone and all the ores and everything else. Now, if you're in that world and you dig up again 256 blocks, then you get to the end world, and that's where you get into the end and everything else. So it's interesting because you start off like with nothing but stone, and then in order to get ores, you have to go all the way up into the mining world and so on and so forth. And of course, there's like a book that you have to go through, and like it's got achievements. And once you get an achievement, you get like certain perks. This is the cool thing. The first achievement I got, and this is what I sent Sherry. The first achievement I got was this sword, and it's a random achievement, okay, or it's a random loot that they give you. Once you complete the achievement, they give you like a random loot or perk. I got the most epic sword possible.
Yeah.
It has unbreaking, not unbreaking 3, but I mean it literally does not break. Okay? Not only does it not break, it has looting 25 instead of like looting 3. So like when you kill a monster, it just gives you like amazing stuff. Like everything you could possibly think of, it just gives you. Not only that, like when you hit a skeleton, it fries the skeleton head and gives you a withered skeleton head. So if you want to summon the wither, you could do it instantly. Not only that, it has what else is it? I mean, it has an attack rate. So like normal attack rate is like 7, 9, whatever. Yeah, okay, yeah. No, it has an attack rate of 999 plus. So, like, as soon as I hit a monster, they're done, gone. So, like,
what you're saying is
that was my first achievement that I got. So I'm like, I'm never deleting this world because I just won the game. I'm like, I'm just gonna derp around and like, if anything comes after me, I'm never gonna die. I'm just gonna slice them in half and get all their loot.
So what you're saying is you're He-Man.
And then some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. But I mean, outside of that one sword, like it's actually a pretty decent challenge. Like trying to get like your base set up and everything else, and trying to figure out how to do stuff. An achievement book kind of like guides you a little bit, but it's pretty cool. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Kurt. I appreciate that.
And now it's time for story time with Mike.
So here's all the games I played. So I played Smash. I worked on unlocking. I unlocked all the characters now, so that's all good.
GG.
Thank you. I've been playing some more of the Spirit board. I got another legendary Spirit, which is extremely hard to get.
What'd you get?
Sonic? Maybe it was Shadow.
Oh,
it was a Sonic. No. It was Super Saiyan Sonic.
Oh.
Whichever.
Okay.
The
gold
Sonic.
one. Yeah.
I got that. So
Okay.
So I played that, and I played some more single player Red Dead. Single player, so you don't have to feel left out.
But
single player.
Could have been multiplayer.
Yeah, but I want to get through the story. And I came across an awesome side quest. It was so funny. It had me cracking up so much, and it was just a random person that I encountered. I don't want to give away too much, but if you come across,
please don't. Yeah.
You come across a guy, who's he's like a traveling circus, and his caravan breaks down, rolled down a hill, and his some of his animals got loose, and you have to help him get his animals back. And it's so good. It's not even part of the story, and it's my favorite part of the game.
Nice.
Close second with the drinking scene. So anyways, but yeah, it's one of the best parts of the game. I really loved it. So when you come across that mission, tell him Mike sent you.
Okay.
I also played some more Octopath Traveler. Yes, I decided to pop that back in. And once again, I'm loving it. I only played for about an hour or so I didn't really get a whole lot done, but just fought some monsters. And I'm in the next town now, so I'm ready to start the next character's story. And then finally, for about half an hour before I did the Perler show, I played Celeste.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yes, because I hear so many good things about it, and so I'm like, all right, I want to give this a shot. The first thing I can say is, if you like any kind of video game music, go find the soundtrack and download the soundtrack. The music is incredible. It's relaxing and enjoyable, and gets pretty intense at certain times, and it's just such a good soundtrack. And from the amount that I played, I'm enjoying it. It's hard, but it's very challenging. But it's not too hard where you think it's unfair. You have to be, there's like pixel perfect jumps that you have to make, but
it reminded me and Kurt of Super Meat Boy.
Yeah, it definitely had that.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah. So that's what I played.
That's
Nice.
it.
That's it. Those are the.
You didn't
games
play
I played.
more?
No.
It's a slow month for all of us.
Usually Mike plays more.
Right?
Yeah.
Usually.
But no, not this time. So. Yeah.
Well, why not?
I don't know. Was I doing something Friday? I thought I was doing something Friday night, and I couldn't play. No, that was my Red Dead night. I don't know. Maybe it's because of Saturday Night Perlers. Maybe if I stopped doing Saturday Night Perlers.
Yeah.
That's the key to everything, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. So, All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching. That just about does it for this week's show. So thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for listening. We appreciate you spending your time with us. Be sure to check us out on the social medias. You could find us on Twitter. We are at TC Throwers. That's at T as in Tom, C as in Charlie, Throwers as in throwing things. You can send us a message just like Killjoy376 did if you have a game you want on the retrospective wheel. You can also find us on Facebook. We're at facebook.com/TC Throwers. If you have a question, send us an email. We are at thecontrollerthrowers@gmail.com. You can also find the podcast if you're looking for the audio version. You could find us on iTunes, Google Play, and at GamerheadsPodcast.com. We are proud to be members of the Gamerheads Network, so be sure to check out Roger's podcast as well, the Gamerheads Podcast. And if you want to join in on the fun, we air the show every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time at twitch.tv/TCThrowers. Anything else either of you want to add?
No.
All right.
Thank you for joining us, and thank you for the message.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Awesome. So
I edit things.
Good job.
Those things, yeah.
Thank you.
So until next week, everybody, we hope you enjoyed the show. So until next week, have some fun, play some games. We'll see you all next time. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Good night.